What exactly is secondhand smoke? Secondhand smoke refers to fumes that are emitted when smokers use cigarettes, pipes, cigars, or other tobacco products. Side-stream smoke, environmental smoke, passive smoke, and involuntary smoke can also be called secondhand smoke. Non-smokers who inhale secondhand smoke are affected by chemicals contained in the smoke. According to the World Health Organization trusted source, more than 7,000 chemicals are found in tobacco smoke. At least 69 are cancerous in all. In other respects, over 250 are harmful. Fluids such as blood and urine in non-smokers may be tested positive for nicotine, carbon monoxide, and formaldehyde. This is because the risk of inhalation of toxic chemicals is greater when non-smokers are exposed to secondhand smoke. Exposure to secondhand smoke occurs anytime or even anywhere someone might smoke. In Malaysia, the 2006 National Health and Mobility Survey reported that 21.5% of Malaysian adults below 18 years of age had been exposed to SHS in any area in the last 7 days. So today, I, Mustabah Habibur Rahman bin Shamsul Najmi, would like to inform you about the health effects of exposure to secondhand smoke from cigarettes among never-smoked people. Do people know that secondhand smoke that not only affects the person who smokes, but also affects the people around them? Well, based on some research stated that exposure to secondhand smoke is estimated to have caused 5% of the global disease burden, slightly higher than 4% of active tobacco smoking. In the adult population, exposure to secondhand smoke has immediate adverse effects on the cardiovascular system and can cause coronary heart disease and stroke. Non-smokers exposed to secondhand smoke at home or at work increase their risk of developing heart disease by 25 to 30% and increase their risk of stroke by 20 to 30%. The exposure of secondhand smoke can result in almost 34,000 premature deaths from heart disease every year in the United States among non-smokers and 8,000 deaths from stroke annually. So, my advice is that people who already have heart disease should take special precautions to avoid even short exposures because they are at high risk of suffering adverse effects from secondhand smoke breathing. Secondhand smoke can cause serious health problems in children. Studies how that older children whose parents smoke get sick often. Their lungs grow less than children who do not breathe secondhand smoke. In addition, secondhand smoke can also trigger an asthma attack in a child. Children with asthma around secondhand smoke have more severe and frequent asthma attacks. A severe asthma attack can put a child's life at risk. Other than that, more ear infections may also be caused by it. They also have fluid in their ears more often, and so they have more surgery to put in ear tubes for drainage. In the obstetric population, exposure of pregnant women to secondhand smoke has been reported to be associated with low birth weight and preterm delivery. It may also cause one birth defect, including cleft lip or palate, to their pregnancy. Can secondhand smoke inhalation be treated, or is there a way to prevent us from being exposed to secondhand smoke? For your information, there is no treatment that we can use to breathe secondhand smoke, but there are a few ways you guys can apply or use to avoid the exposure of secondhand smoke. Ban on smoking in all food shops comes into effect by the government to reduce the exposure of secondhand smoke to the public. Interestingly, food shop smoking bans have had a stronger effect on reducing heart attacks among women and younger people, which can be explained partly because younger people tend to frequent clubs, restaurants, and bars where smoking is likely to be part of the social scene. The place of eating can be defined as any room or area on a ship or train where food is prepared, and an area within a radius of 3 meters from any table or chair placed for the purpose of preparing, serving, or selling food. The principal regulations, the Control of Tobacco Products Regulation 2004, impose a fine of up to 10,000 Malaysian ringgit and up to 2 years in prison on anyone caught smoking in the prohibited area. Other than that, the owners and occupants of the relevant areas who do not display a non-smoking sign may be fined up to 3,000 ringgit Malaysia or sentenced to up to 6 months in prison. Parents also play an important role in reducing the exposure of second-hand smoke from their children. Don't let anyone smoke anywhere in or near your home or smoke in your car, even with the window down. If your state will allows you to smoke in public areas, look for restaurants and other places that do not allow smoking. Well, if you're close to second-hand smoke on a regular basis, can you reduce the danger? As a responsible individual, how can you protect yourself and our family from second-hand smoke? So, there are a few steps or ways you guys can apply everywhere or even in multi-unit residential housing. Moving away from the smoker and finding a smoke-free place. Find restaurants, bars, and other places that are smoke-free if your state will allow smoking in public areas. Making sure guests to your home now know they cannot smoke inside. Not letting passengers smoke in your car, even with the window down. Even you guys open or window down in cars or using fans and ventilation system in cars does not eliminate exposure to secondhand smoke at all. In conclusion, there are a lot of negative impact if we as non-smoke are exposure to the secondhand smoke. I hope after this, it will give more awareness of general health effects, especially on adults, children, and obstetrics population who are significantly associated with exposure of secondhand smoke status. My advice to all smokers, remember that your burning tobacco is affecting others around you. You could make family members sick. If you're not ready to quit, find ways to reduce your exposure to secondhand smoke, such as outside smoking. Last but not least, a quote I want to share with you guys is, give your lung oxygen, not tar. Give your body exercise, not bad health. Give your lips kisses, not cigarette butts. Give yourself a life, not death. That's all from me. Thank you.